Namaste, everyone, and welcome to Anchor the Light for Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, yeah. And so before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Sokoksui Mahaguji Mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassion, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so I want to read you something, and I'll make sure that I get it right. So Confucius says, what the superior man seeks is in oneself, what the small one seeks is in others. Okay, so let me just post that again. Actually, I changed the words a little bit. You know, some people get really testy about him, her, it, they, and so essentially what the original text was, the superior man seeks in himself what is in himself, what the small man seeks is in others. So we just changed it to one to make everybody happy. Anyway, so the bottom line is as simple as this. Before you go crazy about him, it, you, whatever pronoun, remember, it is the soul. This thing's about it, whatever, anyway, who cares? By the time the body dies, those things don't matter. Okay, so get that straight. You're creating a lot of suffering for yourself by focusing so much on those things when you have to realize the development of the soul is what counts. Okay? So anyway, I'm sure you're going to have opinions on it, and I don't really want to hear it because for me it doesn't matter. You know, it is the soul that counts. It is the soul that is moving the body. It is the spiritual self that is moving the body, creating the feelings and thoughts. That is the deeper lesson. Now, getting past that, the superior person, just to say, you know, in ancient Chinese teachings, they like to kind of differentiate superior and inferior. So if you read Tao Te Ching, yeah, or the I Ching, same thing. Lao Tzu says same thing. The superior man this, and the stupid, no, I'm kidding. The weaker person is this. So essentially, when I say the superior man or the superior person, it's describing a person where the soul is in control. Do you understand? So when the soul is in control of the person's life, then that is perceived as superior compared to everyday people who allow their body, their emotions, and thoughts to run their life. It's just having a contrast of the superior versus the inferior. Clear? Now, listen carefully. When he says the superior man is in himself, while the weaker one, the inferior one, seeking in others, there are many levels of truth. That could be a whole book volume by itself. But essentially, if you break it down to everyday people, oftentimes we look for change in others to satisfy us. Make sense? Think about it. You say, hey, that person wasn't nice to me. They should be better. Oh, that person should be more kind to me. So we have a tendency to look at other people and criticize instead of saying, all right, with what they're doing, that's not right. What is it in me that I could make better? Because maybe there's part of that in me also. It's constantly self-inquiring to see how we can improve. I mean, just look at relationships. Again, I'm generalizing. I'm sure there's tons of exceptions, and you're probably coming, yeah, my mind is different. For example, I've known a few people who had like 3 or 4 marriages. I just met one guy last night. He's a good friend. He's had 4. On his way to 5th, 6th, who knows? And the problem is always outside. Every single time, it's always somebody else. And I thought about it, if you study mathematics, there's this thing called common denominator. Because the tendency for us is to say, hey, everybody's the problem. So we're seeking what we want outside. We're seeking change outside when in reality, if you think about it, it all boils down to seeking within. Make sense? So whenever we do our meditation spiritual practice, what are we doing? We're going within. We're going back to say, okay, these things are happening, this is not good, this is terrible, this is a challenge, so on, so on. Okay, instead of saying, yeah, it's the economy, It's my parents, it's my friends, or it's that alien that abducted me, whatever. It's always outside things that needs to be changed to make my life better. That's how inferior people think. Again, I'm saying inferior not in a derogatory way, but just using the same context as they did in Confucian times. Not Confucian, Confucius, yeah. In time of Confucius. So people with less, let's just say, development puts the blame always on outside. The superior one says, maybe this is reflecting to me what I need to learn. Maybe it's something that I'm triggering other people because there's something within me that needs to change. I know that's usually very difficult because it's always easier to point the finger out. Now, of course, you know, the thing that parents do to their children, before you point to someone else, remember, there's one finger pointing out, okay, maybe two, the rest are pointing at you. So that's where spiritual practice and meditation comes in. A superior person, a superior man, superior soul, has a tendency to seek within. What is it in me that I need to improve? What is it in me that is the total screw up that I need to correct? You know, there's a saying, right? Takes two to tango. You heard that before? Growing up, you know, in the Chinese tradition, I was told, one coin, no second coin, no ding. The ones who speak Chinese, you know the translation to that. Essentially, every time there's a conflict, it takes at least two. Even if the other person is nasty, the person is doing something unpleasant, one of you still have to respond to it. The superior one would say, hey, this person's nasty, this person's saying all these bad things. Let me recall. Did I do anything to trigger this? Let's say if it's not, then the person would say, all right, apparently this person is in turmoil. That's why they're spitting out all this crap out of their mouth, you know, verbal diarrhea. Note to oneself. If ever I get to a place where these things are building within me, I should not do what that person does. I should seek to control my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions. So everything that happens outside makes me look within to say, is it possible that I also have these negative traits? If not, make a note not to make that mistake that other people are making. So it's a constant self-inquiry and using other people literally as a mirror to see, hey, what is it in them that can make myself improve? So, going back to that text that Confucius said, what the superior one seeks is in oneself, what the small one seeks is in others. You keep looking for things outside when in reality, it's inside. Now, when you say inside, I think you guys are advanced enough to say that, you know, you don't have to have surgery to go, nothing in here. So when you say inside and outside, it's talking about the physical world versus the, let's just say, the non-physical world. The tangible world and the intangible world. So the beautiful thing about this is once we learn this lesson, it has a tendency to make us more responsible for our thoughts, words, and actions. And so when we hurt someone, we ask for forgiveness because we realize we make the mistake. While the lesser person, I'll just use that, you're using the same analogy as Confucius, the lesser person will say, the person has hurt me, I won't forgive because it's always their fault. Then what superior one says, you know, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they took some medication, is messing with their mind. Maybe it's a mental illness. Maybe they're just stressed out of their mind, and so that's why when they were nasty to me, they didn't really mean it. Maybe it's karmic. Maybe I've done this to this person or this soul in a previous lifetime, or I've done this to other people. And the universe is just hitting me in the head and say, hey, you, it's karmic. Because you did this to someone else, and now you know what it feels like to do this. Or it could be, it's trying to remind me of a certain weakness I have not yet eradicated out of my life. So it's a constant questioning of how can I make this a learning experience? Instead of saying, yeah, it's that political party, it's that viewpoint, it's this bunch of crazy people who are this and that, it's because of society, it's because of education, blah, blah, blah. Everything's blaming outside. You go, let's look within. What is it the soul, the spiritual self, needs to extract from this? What is it can I extract from this? That's how one improves. That's why the way Confucius, Lao Tzu, and all these ancient sages used to say, the superior man, the weaker man, the inferior man, they're trying to differentiate. The superior one is constantly improving themselves. The weaker one is not, because they don't take responsibility. The superior one says, well, I screwed this one up, so I better fix it. It's simple as that. I mean, put it in plain English. The inferior one would say, it's not really my fault, somebody else made me do it. Or it's my genes, it's my my society, my this. Everything's outside, instead of saying, wait, I'm the soul, the spiritual self, the captain of my vessel, my ship. I'm the driver of this car. I'm the pilot of this plane. I steer and direct where it wants to go. Or the inferior one says what? Well, I can't help it. There's a lot of bumps in the road. Or there's a lot of waves, or there's a lot of air pockets, so therefore everything's rocky. It's funny, I listen to people make affirmations. I am the captain of my destiny. I'm listening to them and go, great. And when something happens, they always blame someone else. I'm going, hello, if you're the captain of your ship, if you see an iceberg, you see something coming in front of you, you're not going to complain, well, there's an iceberg. Well, hello, move your boat. Oh, there's a bump in the road. Hello, steer your car to the other side. Come on, be consistent. You keep claiming that you're supposed to be affirming, I'm the this and I'm that. Well, live it. Yeah, but it's difficult. I never said it was easy. It's part of spiritual development. But there will be no development if there's no self-inquiry. You always have to ask, what is it can I extract from this? What is the karmic lesson I need to learn from this? When something explodes, you go, how do I not make this happen again next time? What is it within my control? What isn't? Make sense? So the lesson is actually simple, but quite profound. Seek what is within me. When I say within me, you're talking about the soul. What is the soul trying to learn? Okay, that's just part one. This is part two. When it says the superior one seeks, what he seeks is within, it means on a higher level, when you do your meditation spiritual practice, you have a stronger connection with your higher self. Your spiritual connection gets wider. So you have access to a bigger database. So when you access that database and the information comes to you, that's what people call intuition. Make sense? So that's why when you're doing meditation, So when you're doing your meditation spiritual practice, one of the most important part to be able to receive this download of information is having a clean aura and stillness. That's one, huh? That's two. Because no matter how much you have this data coming in, if the aura is dirty with a cloud of thoughts and emotions, it gets, let's just say, buried in the noise. There's too much static, too much noise. So even though the information is coming in, hey, you do this, don't do that. But if the aura is filled with so much stuff, you don't hear it. So it's very important to have clean aura that leads to calmness. And from calmness, the critical part is stillness. Without stillness, what's coming in, you do not know if it's coming from your higher soul or if it's from lunch you ate yesterday that's giving you indigestion or people's thought forms. So the superior one seeks what is it in himself or within. That within is within your higher soul. Now the question is why? Let's go back to the same analogy, then we'll do our meditation. You're the mover of your body, feeler of the feelings, thinker of the thoughts. The I am, right? I'm moving this body, I'm creating these feelings, I'm creating these thoughts. This I am is made of pure energy with no mass. So this pure energy with no mass, the closest thing to it is light. You know, photons have no mass. So that's the closest analogy. Now listen carefully. This spiritual self made of pure energy is swimming in an ocean of energy in the universe. So as you do your meditation spiritual practice, you're trying to isolate any data coming in from your body, emotions, and your thoughts. For example, you try to quiet the room down, you try to make your seat or whatever you, sitting or standing, whatever, make it as comfortable as possible so it does not feed anything to you like, hey, you know, this is uncomfortable or my back is tight. Whatever. No, you're trying to get it out of the way so it does not give you any information, right? And a lot of you like to make the room dark. Again, so there is no visual interruption. Then from there, what do? You try to say, okay, I want to meditate, so I'm going to really don't feel that anger, these negative thoughts. I want to just keep my emotions and my thoughts as quiet as possible. When you say as quiet as possible, what are you trying to do? You're trying to do it in such a way that there's no physical sensations, there's no feelings or thoughts that are clouding your consciousness. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to empty everything out. Why are you emptying it out? Well, I want to have inner peace. That having that inner peace is just a stepping stone. Make sense? It's a stepping stone to experience stillness, because only through stillness will we be able to hear the voice of silence. So this voice of silence that's taught in many spiritual traditions is actually the voice of a higher soul. So when you say the superior one seeks what is within, it's seeking its true self. Because within that true self are the resources that soul has learned through many, many lifetimes of journeys. And in addition to that, this database of resources that the soul has learned from many lifetimes is also part of a massive database of information from other souls and higher, even more advanced souls. They're called your guides and teachers. The gateway to that is your higher soul, your spiritual self. So instead of seeking everything outside, the superior one seeks inside. That's it. So without meditation and spiritual practice, good luck. You're just swimming in the noise pollution of the world. When we say noise pollution, it's not just physical noise. It's emotional and mental noise. With social media, it just amped it up 1,000 times. Right? You just look at social media. Anybody can post anything from today I'm having a good day, I'm having a terrible day, blah blah blah. Or somebody got married with who? Somebody said like, who the hell cares? So we allow these thoughts and emotions from everyone else to become our thoughts and emotions. No wonder people don't have inner peace. They're seeking everything outside. While the superior one seeks everything inside to be able to handle what is outside. Write it down. Anyway, as we mentioned before, that quote by Confucius is quite profound, and we just covered, 20-some minutes of it. You can go deeper into how to utilize that for your relationships. You can use that for your spiritual development, to cultivate intuition. It can be used for business. It can be used for improving your health. It's a very, very powerful, let's just say, quote by a great teacher that has many, many applications. I'll leave you with one thought. Many of us seek the approval of others. Understandably, you need to interact with people. But one of the most miserable people I've seen, is that right, English? One of the most miserable, or a few of the most miserable people I know are constantly, listen to this, identifying with who they are, not who they really are, the soul, the spiritual self, but by what other people create of an identity for them. To quote Confucius again, I think it's one of those smart dudes. As you care more for what other people think of you, you become their prisoner. No, I'm not saying that you should walk out, half naked because that's what you feel like, and then, you don't make yourself decently appropriate in whatever setting it is. Like you go into a business meeting, you're wearing your underwear and then just sunglasses because, hey, this is how I feel. That's a little dumb. But you understand what I'm saying. A lot of people, they seek the approval of other people all the time. That's why they're miserable. Do your meditation, do your spiritual practice, know who you really are so you can decide what to do with your body, your emotions, and thoughts, and how to interact with people appropriately. That's it. Start with within and work your way out. Shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahagujime, thank you for your lessons. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the wisdom. And thank you for the divine oneness. In full faith, so it is. So we'll do meditation twin hearts. Take your left hand, tap your heart center. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Okay. Put your attention on your crown gently. I am that. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that, the soul, the spiritual self. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence to regulate my mind. I am a spiritual being of divine love to regulate my feelings. I am a spiritual being of divine power and will to regulate the actions and movements of my body. I am that, the soul, the spiritual self. Just be still. I am connected and one, always been one with my higher self, my higher soul. I am connected in one with the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There is only oneness. And just be still and just allow your awareness to hover above your crown. We are one. Our hearts are one, our minds are one, our souls are one. There's only oneness. Open your hands in blessing. Visualize the earth in front of you. We'll do a meditation twin hearts as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Twahok Sui. Be aware of your heart in your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, faith, despair, hope, let's just recall people we know going through challenging and difficult times in their life. May they be blessed with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the absence of spiritual light or the ignorance of one's true nature, that one is a being of light. May all be blessed with spiritual light and spiritual awakening. So be it. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Just be still. Continue allowing the blessings of love, of peace, forgiveness, hope and faith, light and joy to flow through us. Blessing your home, your workplace, the city you live in, the state, the country, the entire world. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Allow and fill your home, your workplace, your city, state, country. Let it fill the entire world. Fill the entire earth with golden light. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light just pouring out of our hands and filling the entire earth. Just say our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, may every sentient being in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. For so many right now, emotional, mental, financial, even relationship healing. May all be blessed. So be it. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and especially the willingness to do good. So be it. Now be still, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and just allow the blessings of peace, love, and healing to flow through all of us. Blessings be to all. Now lower your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Now imagine a beautiful golden flame just floating a few inches above your head. Now be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown, past your crown, and into that golden light. And let go. Just allow your entire consciousness to melt into that light. You're not a body, you're that light. You're not any of your emotions, you are that light. You're not any of your thoughts, you are that light. You are the soul, the spiritual self. Be still. Be aware of that light, just that light. And listen. Om. Allow your awareness just drift into that space of nothingness before the next Om. Om. You're completely in that empty space. Be still. Om. Be still. Be aware of the silence and the stillness simultaneously. And be aware of the oneness. And just simply let go and let things happen. Just let things be. Now. Gently, slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Raise your hands again in blessing. Visualize the people you love in front of you. Bless all of them with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. Just bless them with beautiful golden light. If you know someone who needs healing Anybody going through challenging times in their life, flood them with this beautiful golden light. May they be blessed with good health, with healing. May they be blessed with happiness. May relationship be blessed with fulfillment. May their spirituality be blessed with oneness. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light down into the earth. Fill the earth below you with golden light. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. All right, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. We thank you. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguji Meling, thank you in full faith, and so it is. So when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. It was a short meditation, but if you're sensitive, you will notice that the energy was quite intense. We kind of just add some special sauce there to help you out. All right, so again, just a quick announcement. Next week is we're having full moon meditation on the 11th. That will be posted. Living the Teachings, that 31-day meditation challenge is going on. Watch the previous video where I went in detail why each of the days is related to the 7 cycles, okay? The different frequencies and energies. So that's 31 days in honor of my teacher. This is August. So every single day we're doing a special meditation in addition to Anchor the Light. That's recorded, so you just press play, depending on what you know. One is for physical healing, emotional healing, relationship healing, prosperity healing, generating good karma, neutralizing negative karma, so on. All that is in those 7 days, and you just cycle them throughout the end of the month. Okay? As for tonight, the second session, I'm not sure what time, if it'll happen or not, because I'm going to be on stage, online stage, for Life Mastery, and then and that schedule is still kind of fluctuating. So if not, I will see you on Friday, and Friday is Healing Day. So we're prosperity healing and emotional healing. Right, so tonight, just stay tuned, have your notifications on, depending on what time I go on stage. If it works out, we'll have it. If not, then we'll do it Friday. Okay? Namaste, everyone. You take care. And just to remind you about the lesson again, do not seek things outside, seek within. So, as Confucius said, what the superior one seeks is in oneself. That's within you, the spiritual self, the soul. The small one, they look for it outside, in other people. You heard the saying, right? Seek the change within, not outside. You cannot change change. Change will always be there. So you change yourself in your response to that change. That's it. Namaste, everyone. You all take care, and we will see you either tonight or Friday morning. God bless. Take care.